Good morning, my wonderful, lovely, beautiful people. Guess what I'm doing this morning? I'm just noticing, looking a little bit Asian. Maybe I have a little bit of Asian in me. Actually, my eyes kind of, sort of have a bit of that. But this morning, I think it's just still waking up. And you can see I'm starting to get this little bit of hair that sticks up at the back, and it's from... It's right over here. I've been wearing this a lot once it gets darkish, or if I'm looking around inside. So it keeps a bit of hair up at the back there. So I'm going to end up having a permanent cowlick at the back of my head. And guess what I'm doing? Maybe I should just aim this right down here. Yeah. Because you guys always hear this sound and then you don't actually see it, and it's a beautiful sight. I love this Hive roaster, you know. It is just beautifully made, nice, simple design, you know, rustic feel. Kind of makes me think of Jiffy Pop way back when I was a kid. Although I think this is way better for you and way nicer. Let's just check out a bean. I think that I don't want to go too dark with this. This is actually turning out to be one of my favorite coffees. Whoop, come on, last bean. There we go. So this is turning out to be one of my actually, maybe I'll put that back on. Favorite coffees it's called 50th, and it is a sorry about the... Actually, that's a good idea. I can kind of, if I angle my phone, I can get me in the corner and the kettle, but then when you're watching it, it's going to be all weird. So I get to at least watch for a minute, 30 seconds of it, just to see what it looks like for future. But yeah, so that's my 50th one, and it is a whole bunch of Hawaiian, 3 elite Hawaiians, Kona, Maui, and Kauai. PB, which is... I can't think of the word right now. It'll come to me in a second. I'm just going to close that up. And anyways, it says... Peaberry. That was it. Smooth, light, fruity, with hints of spiced nuts. Now, I thought when I was reading that peaberry meant that they were like little beans or something like that. I'm going to have to reread that. There was something, maybe it's another name that I thought of, but this can't be that because this is premium. There we go. Oh boy, this coffee is going to be good. Coffee is going to be good. I was invited over to a neighbor's place yesterday evening. Karen, wonderful, wonderful lady, lost her husband not very long ago, like in 2021. I think it was in the spring. So we have a lot in common. Well, we have a lot in common even without both having lost our partners of long-term relationship, deep relationship, and stuff. So we have a lot in common anyways. But it was just really nice to go over she invited me over for some food. And it was wonderful food. And just coming to someone's house, I've now gone to 2 invitation, sort of dinner type of engagements with local friends, neighbors. And hold on, I'm just gonna turn this off. It's kind of competing with the kettle. So so I got to go out to kind of a really nice dinner. We got to play cool stuff that we've been listening to each other, because we both dive into a lot of neat things. We both don't take anything for a straight answer. We do our own investigating and stuff into everything and anything, so we have a lot to chat about and compare notes and all that jazz. And Karen's just a little over 10 years older than me. Looks like she's my age. I don't know if it's the lifestyle she's living. She's been a practicing Buddhist for a very long time. So was her partner. And her house, you would be just going crazy over, because she built it herself. I mean, had people, but she designed and worked everything out, had it all built herself. And it's stack wall, and it's a big open concept, high ceiling, stack wall house. Absolutely gorgeous, right out in the country. Like, just, it's about a 3-minute drive from here. And I must say, it makes me feel good having Karen as a neighbor. I have friggin' excellent neighbors. I've got like the Musclos on one side. I got John Anderson on the other side. I've got Karen just down the road a little bit. I've got Helena just on the edge of Bancroft. I got Don, or Raven calls him Don. And Don was actually telling me how she nicknamed him. He was saying that, was it JFK Jr. was nicknamed John or something? Someone in the JFK range of people there. So Raven just started calling Don. Not because he reminded her of JFK or JFK Jr. or anything. Or maybe he did. JFK Jr. was quite a handsome guy. Well, they were all handsome, but now that I think about it, maybe Don does slightly look a little bit like JFK Jr. Maybe Don is JFK Jr. in hiding. It's a new rumor I'm going to put out. I like that story. Gee, he's out homesteading and raising loads of animals and stuff. Oh, gosh. Well, you guys heard it here, so if it goes crazy and everyone's talking about it, just kind of keep it going. Don't tell anyone that I dreamed it up. I think that's the way to do it. Oh, before I put water in? No, just right. Wow. I find that this 50th one, which I really, really, really like, I would buy it again for sure. I like it's just so smooth that I like making it extra strong, and it's so smooth that I even can enjoy it black and strong. So smooth, yes, I agree. Light and fruity, yes, with hints of spiced nuts. So one of my friends out there, you know who you are, you were saying that you don't like fruity and you like more spicy. This one's kind of fruity and spicy, but the fruity is not that fruity, so the spicy is the spice nuts part overrides for sure. Miss Washago, I think this is a coffee for you. So I'm still riding through a wave of grieving. Grief and grieving are kind of different. But anyway, wave of grieving is just, I feel like it's starting to ebb. And it's all good. It's all good. I know it's weird, you know. I think it was meant to be. There was a combination of those days of intense rain. It did not let out at all. It was 100% rain for 2 days, 2 nights. And I have a metal roof, and it's dark inside. I had to keep all the doors and everything closed. So it just, for 2 days, 2 nights, I was just in sensory deprivation and grieving. and the two amplified each other, and it was almost getting too much. Um, and I felt like I was losing time because I couldn't keep getting things done, and it said at the time on the weather report that it was like 2 weeks of nonstop rain. I was like, holy shit. Of course, now the sun's out. They were completely wrong, and I'm so glad they were wrong. But yeah, it had me almost in a little bit of a panic, combined with my grieving for Raven. It just, everything wove together and stuff. But I navigated through it. I had a lot of friends to chat with. I had my sister and my mother, both sisters, chatted with me a lot. I'm probably hoping I have a nice big space between the next grieving period so they have a rest break. But no, I'm doing good. Today I have great friends over and working on a little bit of building stuff, I think an outhouse. And doing a little bit of tattooing on a friend's daughter. And I don't always mention names because I really don't know whether I'm allowed to mention names and things. So that's why I kind of keep it like first name or something like that. So Jim and Aaron there. Jim and Aaron are the two workers coming over, friends. And I don't think they know each other, although they had both worked on the same project. Aaron worked on the base of the tent for Raven when it got rebuilt, and then Jim continued from that point up, but I don't think they bumped into each other. So I'm getting to where I enjoy the coffee black, but I'm not quite there yet where I could sit and really enjoy a whole cup. Like, I still get the feeling, I'm going to talk while I get my cream. I still get that feeling that I want the cream. And of course, during our keto explorations, when I was exploring keto while supporting Raven, man, she was her happiest then too. That was our morning matches and stuff. Oh, that was a lovely time. Oh gosh, I'm so glad that time existed. You know, I went into crazy mode on just preparing, and Raven too, preparing really cool keto meals and exploring how we could make things more exciting. Like, we got oysters one time, and we put like that green seaweed that you get in the sushi places. That green, almost like a noodle kind of seaweed. And horseradish and every kind of thing you could put on oysters, and we just sat there and munched out on these amazing oysters. And, oh, Raven and I have had some peak experiences. Wow. Holy shit. I feel like I'm standing on the top of a mountain and just looking down at all of our relationship and how it unfolded and what it did, and what we did at different time frames, and evolved and moved and shifted and loved and laughed and cried and everything. Wow. I wish I could write well enough to write that story down, and I'm going to try one day, because it's a wonderful story. Things that have happened to us, things we've done. Honestly, you wouldn't believe that it happened in one lifetime, and you probably wouldn't believe that it was all actually done. You'd probably think we were stretching the truth or something, but things have happened to us that, if you saw the whole story leading up to Raven's portal and how she left this existence, this physical existence, for another expanded, upgraded version, Raven 5.0, it would make a lot more sense. You know, to some people, you know, Raven opening a healing portal and staying with me in the non-physical to help with my soul print tattoos and things, you might think, okay, you know, it's wonderful, meaningful, ideas and stuff, but hey, that's just too far-fetched for me, and that's fine, because I would never expect anyone to just buy someone else's. That would be dogma then. Um, but I think if you were to know the story of 38 years leading up to this, you would see, holy shit, this is not just Damon trying to compensate for his grieving by imagining some wonderful thing. It's real. It's unfolding as we go. I'm learning about it. I'm like a beginning student. In what we're doing right now, and on my own in that sense. And it's taking a little time to get used to. You know, I used to always be able to process stuff with Raven, and the two of us together, oh my God, we come up with the best ideas, and you know, analyze and shoot certain things down, drop stuff off, add stuff on, make stuff up, inspire people, inspire ourselves. It's wonderful. Oh, that coffee went down well. With that 35% cream, boy, I do love my 35% cream. I like putting less in it, but 35%. I don't like milking it down, you know, with the half and half and stuff, which to me it's still milk. So, anyways, stepping back so I'm not chopping my head off. Yeah, it's going to be a good full day. I'm going to take the dogs for a walk before everyone gets here. So I'm going to cut this video short. It's at 16 minutes. Usually it ends up being half an hour. But, excuse me. Done the garbage dump, take the dogs for a walk, then I can eat. My French toast is soaking. I like my French toast with a little bit of cream splashed in with the eggs. And then I like to let the egg mixture just soak right in. So it's more of a bread pudding, almost, yeah, bread pudding. If you have any British roots, you know what I mean. It's just that nice, soggy, cooked, puddingy kind of thing. I don't like where there's a little bit of egg on the outside of the toast and this toast on the inside. That's ugh. But I also like my scrambled eggs creamy too, with a little bit of cream in them. So it all unfolds. Everyone's got their own preferences and stuff. Just looking at all the little wounds in my hands. Oh God, I'm loving this sun. I'm loving this sun, but it is crisp, even though the sun's out. So the autumn is definitely here. Okay, folks, I just wanted to say hello. Thank everyone for sending their love and best wishes. And for those of you that I've actually chatted with, thank you. And for those that have gifted me with wonderful, wonderful flowers. This was an amazing, amazing lady from Killaloo that came by that had never met Raven, but knew of her and wished she had met her and just wanted to touch base so she could connect with the energy of everything. It was a wonderful hanging out. We ended up talking for a lot longer than we thought till it got dark. I love the sharing. This lady also offered, she's a therapist, and she's offered to be a part of everything that's happening here. So we're going to have a lot of people on board, a lot of healers from every different discipline, a lot of artists. It's just amazing, and I have to stop myself from keep thinking, oh, but I wish Raven could be a part of all this. And I have to remind myself, she is a part of all this. She's putting things in front of me. She's taking care of me like you have no idea. I have no idea even. So this came to mind. My very good friend Rula, and I'm not going to say last names or anything just in case, although I'm sure she wouldn't. Well, gosh, I'm gonna put her video on Facebook, so of course people are going to know. Rula is a good friend of mine and Raven's from way back. When I first met Raven, I first met Rula. Very, very warm and loving person, always has been. Haven't hung out as much because we've been way out here and Rula's been in the city. And Rula has always been a musician, among other things, just very creative person. God, I love being immersed in creative people. It's just, there's something. Oh. But anyway, so Rula, I'm feeling overwhelmed just thinking about Rula and this wonderful song that she created, wrote, and performed. She's still working on the writing part of it for the words. But Rilla told me that Raven had visited her in a dream, I think it was, and told Raven to let me know that she is here. And there are ways of, because I've been a bit frustrated at times in connecting with her and things. And Raven let Rilla know that she is here, and there are ways to connect with her, that she let me know, and that she wanted Rula to create and perform this song as a message for me, like that, more than the words, but the idea that the frequencies of Rula's song would communicate something to my unconscious being, subconscious levels, to wake up other parts of me. And definitely, as you could imagine, brought emotional tears to my eyes and opened up my heart, melted it a bit. Yeah, it felt very, very good. I'm learning how to just let that flow. Luckily, I had a lot of training in that when I had anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and things back when I was 30. Seemed to come out of nowhere, but I know it was all my past childhood traumas and stuff that it's like memories that weren't linear were coming up as deep, intense emotions, but not attached to anything. And I thought I was losing my mind. I started reading up on schizophrenia and stuff. I didn't know what was happening, and it was just so extreme, and it just happened overnight, like a switch. I couldn't sleep. I, I was just overstimulated, over alert. I couldn't, I'd have to walk, go to the gym. I just couldn't stop. And then I just dreaded going to sleep because I couldn't sleep, and it was horrible. Anyways, but that was a long time ago. But it trained me in a lot of things. It also trained me in, that started me really not trusting Western medicine and doctors, because of the type of treatment that I got. I remember going to the Clark, this brand new doctor who was so excited to give me 5 million antidepressants and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? This guy is just so excited, like a kid with a candy jar. Gets to experiment on me or something. And I stopped taking those things really quick. I found antidepressants just didn't work for me. But anyways, I don't want to go into any of these things, but just the point is that I learned a lot then. I'm realizing that all the stages of my life, these things that didn't seem meaningful, now I look back on and they were all training for now. Like, go figure, right? Like thank you, friends and clients, every experience you have brought to the table for a soul print, you shared with me. You shared on a deep, heartfelt level. And that's what helped build the whole soul print healing process. It's not me. I didn't create it. It unfolded just the same as a butterfly developing from the imaginal cells and the fuel from the caterpillar. The soul print is a living, not visible, but a living, intelligent being of some kind that we are dipping into. And it has been birthed and grown over 38 years with the help of all of my friends. And I just want to thank you all for that. I'm only now realizing to the depth of what it all meant. And every step was training me for something, and training you for something. There really is something big happening. And this is an exciting, exciting time to be in. It's a bit scary, a lot scary sometimes. And if we allow ourselves to get pulled into fear, and I'm not beyond that myself, I'm just saying that if we can try not to get pulled into that and entertaining negative thoughts, we're going to be a lot better for it. And pulling together into communities, avoiding getting into arguments and fights and stuff, all that. Don't wear yourself out. You need your energy right now. And sometimes getting pulled into a whole bunch of politics and stuff, that's the external manifestation of something that's deeper. I was pulled into that and I felt it was necessary, kind of a year ago. But now my transformation, the shifts have told me for myself only to work on a different level. Others can work on the other levels wherever they need to be. But I've got another level to work on, and I don't have the energy to use up on something else. So it's been very clear what I need to do. And it's coming clearer and clearer. So anyone that identifies, relates, feels like they have something to contribute, have had some kind of communication from Raven and want to share that, I welcome it totally. Please do not shy away, and please do not be intimidated. Just send me a message, anything you want to say, ideas, concepts, thoughts you want to contribute, or something as mundane as an old window that you think I might be able to make use of in some building that I might be doing. All of it is a contribution to what we're doing here. And I'm hoping that some point all of you will be here at an event and just really, really resonating and soaking up the beautiful energy, the beautiful healing energy during this important time. I'm thinking of a parallel from Raven's accidents and how right after her car accident, she was supposed to have immediate, certain kind of immediate therapies, physical therapies, because of the head injury and back injury. She didn't get them because the money didn't come in from the insurance company, but that's not the topic I want to get into. So she missed that important phase of the healing. But it's this concept that there is an important, immediate, after a traumatic thing that needs to be done and can't be left. And it's a certain kind of therapy. And I'm just drawing that parallel. I feel like right now is that important, pregnant, fertile time that shouldn't be missed and lost in being overwhelmed or trying to hide from something we don't like or whatever. So that's my work right now, is to try not to get overwhelmed and to try to be present and keep my heart open and really, really work this. Because it's not just me that's involved. This is all of us. And there's some friggin' amazing things coming right around the corner, just over the hill. And I don't know if you're in and you're with me on this. Let's support each other. Let's watch each other's backs. This is a beautiful time. So now that I went from going to stop at 15 minutes and I'm back at the half hour, 28 minutes, 28 and a half minutes. So I will not go past the half hour. So thank you, those that have listened through with me. Just touching bases, keep you up to date on things. And I'll talk to you again at least tomorrow, if not later today, although probably not. Have a wonderful day. I love all you guys with a deeper capacity than I had before. So a deeper love, a deeper depth to what I'm saying and what I'm meaning. I'm not just saying I love you guys. I really, really love you guys. Because I can, with my new heart, my new, more open heart. Little bit sensitive and vulnerable, but vulnerable is not a weakness. Just remember that. I've learned the hard way. So, 29 minutes and 37 seconds. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, maybe this evening. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.